Hey, this is Von Diesel bringing you another Intel Insights. We have now moved into the incident reports. There's 4 sets of them, so this will be 4 different episodes. They highlight each of the factions that we find in the game and give a little insight into what was going on with them before and during the crisis. After this, I will be trying to do the echoes in some way, and that will probably wrap up the Intel Insights for the Division 1. Let's listen, we'll talk about it, and then we will go from there.
Alright, the guns check out. Let's do this. Yeah, but what if they have kids? Just hold the gun like you mean it. They'll back down, especially if they got kids. Yeah? But what if they won't? Then it's on them. They don't have to die unless they decide they want to. It's their choice. This is some bullshit. Yeah, but I'm not gonna let some rich assholes get a pass just because I got a family. Everyone's got a family, and mine's starving. Now man up, and let's do this. Hey, check this shit out. Held up a guy at this penthouse uptown, right? Made him open up his safe, and this is inside.
Wait, is that money?
Yes, son. Like 50 grand. I ain't seen this much money in my entire life.
And where are you gonna spend that, huh? You gonna go shopping?
Well, maybe it's like, an investment. For the future.
Oh, yeah. Your portfolio's gonna be fine.
Regroup was 20 minutes ago. What took you so long? Sorry, man. I ran into some trouble and had to take a detour. So what did you bring back? I got nothing. There were too many, man. I had to drop it and run. Nothing. You think this is some kind of welfare gig? You think we put our asses on the line so you can get protection and a free meal? No. I'm sorry. Get your shit together, or you're gonna find out what it's like to be on the outside looking in. Got no room for dead weight. That's your last warning. So, what you gonna do? When this is all over, I mean.
I'm gonna get me a sweet ride and just roll west. And when I get to Cali, I'm gonna find me a nice piece of ass and show him how we do it East Coast style.
Oh, man. You could totally do that. Or that chick from the movie? The one with cars?
Oh, yeah. He'd appreciate a fine car and the fine lady driving it. I just roll up like, yo, baby, I'll take you places.
Man, that's sweet. Me? I just want steak.
That's all you got? All the dreams in the world, and all you got is steak?
I like steak.
The hell happened out there?
The whole city's gone nuts. Thought I had this group of kids locked down, pulled up behind them and put the gun right in their faces. But instead of handing everything over, they frickin' drew on me. I almost got away, but then this other kid jumps down from a fire escape and hits me in the face with a bat.
Yeah, I think you lost some teeth.
Unbelievable. How are we supposed to make it when even kids go around with guns and baseball bats? What kind of sick world are we living in? Hey, pack your stuff. We're going to the garden. What? I thought that place was locked down. Not anymore. GTF's pulling out. Everybody's getting together and we're gonna take the place over. So pack your shit, man. You don't want to get left behind. Oh, holy shit. Is this for real? Oh, hell yeah. And you better sack up this time. I can't cover for you if you won't pull the trigger. Not again. All right. And that goes for anyone who gives you trouble. Cops, GTF, civilians, anyone. They get in your way, they're gone. What about over by the UN? Gotta be a lot of rich people there, diplomats and foreigners. Gonna be easy pickings.
Man, are you crazy? That place is like the killing fields.
What do you mean?
Have you seen those guys over there? Bunch of badass special forces types with some serious hardware too. Top of the line. Not that weak-ass JTF shit.
Huh.
And I don't think they're gonna give you a trial or nothing either. They'll drop you as soon as they look at you. So no way, man. Anywhere but there.
Now, sometimes they want to hold on to their shit at any cost. Might even try to kill you to protect it. Yeah, I've seen that. In that case, measure up the biggest guy they got and shoot him in the head. Just drop that guy, and the others will listen. Remember, he'd do the same to you if he could.
point blank right in the head.
Got it.
With kids, it's even easier. Just aim at the kid and they'll back down. No need to waste the ammo. If they got a dog, you can either threaten the dog or take it out. And if you got the guts to do it, you can even bring it back here and roast it.
Wait, you mean you eat the dog?
Hey, it actually tastes all right, if it's lean.
So, are you coming or what? Jersey? Come on. And how the hell are you gonna break through quarantine? We got guns, food. Those JTF guys are human too. They can be bribed or killed just like everyone else. And for what? You think Jersey's doing any better? I stole a radio from a JTF guy and I heard what they were saying about it. They got stuff under control there. Martial law's still working and the quarantines still hold. That's our best chance. And here we'll last, what, a couple more days tops? We gotta move while we still can. Now pack your shit and get moving. All right, here's the deal. I got an emergency raft stashed up at a pier on the west side. Now, the JTF is still running a blockade on the Hudson, but if we do it at night, we can slip past them. Even with me knowing their patrols by heart, though, it ain't gonna be easy. So I'm not giving these spots away. You wanna ride, you gotta pay. And remember, no cash, gold, or useless bullshit like that. It's gotta have significant value. But I'm sure you'll figure something out. If you want this bad enough.
So there's the Rioter Incident Reports. I'm gonna kind of click through them a little bit. The first few, I feel like, and really all of them are just trying to kind of humanize the rioters. I've said before that the rioters never seemed like quote unquote bad guys to me. At least not all of them from the intel that we've gotten. They're just regular people trying to survive, that weren't Rikers, weren't crazy enough to be cleaners, and weren't PMCs like the LMB. So, most of them are just regular people just trying to get by that end up banding together because strength in numbers, right? So that's how most of these go. They do show to be pretty ruthless, but when it comes down to it, a big theme with the rioters is that they would do it to you if they could, so you should do it first, kind of an idea. One of my favorite ones here was Kids These Days, where this guy acts like it's just so ridiculous that, these kids are just out of control because he pointed a gun at them thinking that he could take what they had, and they ended up destroying him and beating him up. He's lucky they didn't kill him. Just the irony of his statement there kind of cracked me up. To talk about the garden, Madison Square Garden, aka Madison Field Hospital, that's who we fight in that first mission that most of us do after we find the boo. So that one's kind of fun. I like hearing that. The talk about the UN, this is the rioters of all of the factions are the least equipped to fight LMB. Not that any of them really are, but especially. And you kind of see here their true fear of them and their recognition that they're outclassed completely. This one, the rule number 2, talking about how you find the biggest person in the room of people who are resisting and you just kill them. You threaten kids, you kill their dogs, you do what you have to do to get what you need from people. The breaking quarantine and the safe passage, I think, are interesting. It maybe even kind of a lead up to the stuff you learn about Keener, where you learn that the quarantine isn't impossible to bust, and that it's definitely possible to get off the island still, and how that impacts things moving forward. The idea of Keener getting off the island is all but assumed, especially when you see the reinforcements like this. The rioters, to me, were a faction I wish would have been a little more fleshed out. I would have really liked to hear more about them in general. We didn't. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I suspect we'll have a similar faction in Division 2 because desperate people who will group up together aren't a New York City thing. It would be a thing in every single city in the country in this situation. Maybe handled differently. Maybe another city would have more of a structure or something like that. We'll see. I'm very curious. That's all I have for this one. Make sure you check out all my links if you want. make a comment on Twitter if you have any of your own input. Like things, subscribe if you would, if you like what you hear. And until the next one, this is Bond Diesel.